Hello, everybody. It's me, Teenage Sasquatch over here. And, oh, excuse me. And see, I'm in Minecraft, and everything is level. That's because this is my creative world, see? Woohoo! That's a work in progress for 1.8. But it's not what I'm working on right now. What I am working on is this. As any of you know, I play on Spinalcraft. And, well, we have a very nice spawn. They have a very nice spawn at Spinalcraft, and I'm like, hey, I would like to contribute to spawn somehow by making a giant map. Now, there's this whole long story I don't want to go into detail over, but let's just say by the end of it, it was a one-to-one. It was a bunch of one-to-one maps at, it was one-to-one maps, and it was 7x7, so it was this size. As you can see, I'm using art, various pieces of art, to replicate this because, well, Sagaplus, one of the staff on Spinalcraft, it says glass isn't really transparent enough to view maps properly. And so he's waiting for 1.8, even though it's already out, but they're waiting on a few plugins to update, and they haven't updated yet. So, they're kind of waiting on that. And in 1.8, we're going to have barriers, which are, just invisible blocks that you can't walk through or break. So I'm like, hey, why don't we just use glass? And he's like, it's not clear enough. Well, I beg to differ. It's clear enough where you can go in there and like, oh yeah, that's a potted plant. That's a guy on a unicycle. That's someone putting a hand on there. That's a bowl of salad. That's Ken and Ryu going at it again. It's Donkey Kong and a creeper and a lovely sunset. The end of the world light right there. And the reason I am using different types of glass is just kind of my own little experiment. Now, this, Now, this, glass blocks, they do a nice job, you're a decent distance away, and you're like, oh, I can still see things without, having my face pressed up against it. Next, we have the glass panes, which, again, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, this is better, because I can, get in a little closer than over here. So you can kind of see around the glass textures a little more. And then I tried using stained glass, but I'm like, it's kind of dumb looking. So, there's that. Now, what I do have in what I do have in here is Optifine, which makes connected textures. Now, it's under quality. Yep, connected textures. Fast. Now, look at that. Now, I've never noticed this before, but glass pane goes in the opposite direction as glass blocks. That may just be connected textures, but I'm pretty sure it's like that. So, with connected textures, it's a lot easier to see. See, because you don't have the freaking lines right there, like you would right here. And then, if you have a resource pack, like Sphax, it's a very common one. A lot of people use Sphax, so if you're using Sphax, then it takes forever to load. But when it does load up, one eternity later, oh shit, that's for 7.2. I may have just crashed my game. I'm gonna have to edit all this out. Close. And let's just wait for the program to respond. There we are. Okay. And now that... Okay, so when it does load up, you can see it is clear as day. You have, you know, the slime caves, the, oh my gosh, the ghastly gas, you know, all of the art, and you can see it clearly with connected textures and Sphax, because there, you know, is no texture for glass other than like this iron thing around it. And even with connected textures off, video quality, even with connected textures off, you can still look in there and get a very good view. And it's not just this, it's also in vanilla. And it's, well, it works. That's all I have to say about that. But I digress. It's just now here at connected textures, you can see this is the building in Sphax. You can see it actually looks better in Sphax than in vanilla, but you know, that's true for most texture packs. And you have an iron door here. I'll go into why all this is like this in a bit. But I wanted to build this to kind of get your approval, Saggy, because you're probably watching this at this point. You know, kind of, does this match the rest of Spawn? You know, I made the road as good as I could. You know, there's obviously a freaking... too much of that game. There's obviously, you know, a friggin' archway right here. You know, something along those lines right there. And, you know, that goes off to, I think, the mail, post office. That goes off to the library and slip, and then the main Spawn building's right over here. But again, I think this looks, you know, decent. And you can see all of the things clearly. Now, this is in Sphax, so of course everything looks nice. Now, let's switch back to vanilla. Wait for another eternity. Yep. Okay, well, that eternity was a lot less longer. Wow, that grammar, okay, was a lot shorter. Wow, okay. This is how it looks in vanilla. It's kind of bland in vanilla, not gonna lie. I do like the stone slabs stacked on each other. It's just a personal thing that I've always kind of enjoyed. Especially in Sphax, because it looks like, you know, lighter stone bricks. And, you know, it does that on the sides. Does this on the back, which I kind of enjoy. It makes like this hatched pattern. It's awesome. And then, let's get into back here. So, Obviously, this isn't going to be any paintings. It's going to be, you know, 49 maps up there, and you're going to be like, oh, this is fun. This is cool looking. And I know you were concerned about griefing and stuff, and maps not being able to roll back when they're in an item frame. I got you covered, bro. Because, as you saw, behind everything is this massive wall of chests that any admin or anyone with flying powers can, fly around and access certain chests. And the best part is, since there's only this might be the only problem. Maybe not. What if about we'll figure something out about that door later. This is... Okay. So you can put a sign on all the things, see? So, like, this one would be, I don't know, like, the coordinates, like, gee... this one would be, like, E6, and then it's X and it's Z. I actually nailed that. E6. And then this one, would be A1. This one right here is D7. That's where the center of the map is and all that stuff. And, it's kind of cramped, but, you can still, get to a chest from behind, even with, F6. X and Z. That's just kind of to show you where those maps are if you ever have to go out and replace all of them. Now, I know you were also SAG, and anyone out there also. This applies to all the things. But, there's a lot of people who don't know about mapping. I have Ray's Minimap up just as kind of a radar. See, you can see the mobs over there. And the red blocks are slime chunks, but that's a different thing that is actually disabled on multiplayer servers. Usually, unless it's enabled, obviously. And I have checked, it is disabled on Spinalcraft, so you don't have to worry about that. It's for slime chunks. But when it comes to making a map, like let's make a map real quick. A map. I have an empty map. Let's actually make a stack of that. Let's make a stack of empty maps, okay? Now then, that one. Let's just put that one down in our inventory, and let's just, open it right here. And you see, oh, this is the map. There's that building, there's this stupid thing I made, and there's that building, and, Now, as far as why maps orient the way they do, I don't know. I have tried figuring it out, and it's just resulted in premature aging. So you're up here, and this is this map. Now, with a crafting bench, just put down the crafting bench and put your map on the inside of it. Let's put it down here in this corner. Put one map, and that'll make you two maps. This will duplicate that one, and it'll duplicate it at any zoom. So if you have a maxed out 1:16 map, at the max level zoom, which is, when it says max level zoom, it means, like, zoomed out super far. And so this will make two maps, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll keep the original map and make 8 more from duplicates. So we have 9 of the exact same map. Now what you can do with this is to make a grief prevention. Wrong button. So like, E6, you can put a stack of that in there, and do the same thing for, G7 down here, this, that, and the other thing. And you'll know which maps are which, so in case you run out in here and you have to go replace them. Or I'll go replace them for you, actually, if I'm on. And then this would all be protected, so no one could, blow up the glass. And I think it would work nice. Now, as far as the building goes, I need all the creative input. Tell me what to do, please. Please, for the love of all that's holy, please tell me how to make that better. Alright. So, thanks. As always, a rating and constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. And, yeah. See you guys later.